Welcome back to No Excuse November, and today's video is a little bit of a hybrid because I'm also going to throw an art hack in today. And it's mostly because I had a question over on my school that was asking specifically about figures in perspective and how do you place figures in a scene. And really the question was ultimately, is it about perspective or is there something more? And to quote Sarah, who asked the question, is it just a matter of knowing your perspective well, or are there any other tips and tricks? Well, yes and is the answer to that. Yes, it is about perspective, and there are a couple little tips that can help you out. So let's start with our scene. So I was listening to the soundtrack to True Grit while I was drawing, so I made a little western town. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with just a 2-point grid. I've got my horizon line and I have my 2 vanishing points off to each side of the horizon line, and now I've got a little scene. Keep that in mind, put a pin in it, and let's go to drawing people in perspective. We're going to apply the exact same principles here. So I'm going to have my horizon line and I'm going to place my figure on the horizon line. So I'm actually going to make it so that my camera height is about shoulder height. Now, the thing that you need to remember is with that perspective, as you look downward, like if it's shoulder height, you're going to see the top of the feet. Now, whenever you place someone below that horizon line, you're going to see the top of their head and their shoulders. If you put them above that horizon line, you're going to see under their chin and it's going to be a lower angle. So now that we have those ideas together, let's merge the 2 perspectives, but we're keeping the same grid. So if I redraw my little scene, I've got my little western town. Now, what I want to look at is they're called anchor objects. Now, anchor objects are objects that are not only going to help you know where you are in a scene as you go from shot to shot, but it's going to help you give you some scale. So if I have this anchor object, which is a hitching post, it's going to be about shoulder height for your average human, because obviously if you've got that compared to a horse, so that's what I'm going with. So now that I know that that's about shoulder height, I can start in perspective pulling my characters along, even though they are below that horizon line. Now, another anchor object that's really great are doors, because we can associate the size of a person going through a door, and that's going to help you understand characters that are far in the background, characters that are in the midground, and characters that are in the foreground. All of those things are extremely important to remember, but then you can also just follow your perspective and you can have a wide variety of depth. Now, these rules apply to all types of perspectives. Obviously, I did 2-point perspective because that's probably the most popular. It does work with 1 point. You follow along the orthogonals, which are those lines going to the vanishing point, and then you can also do it with a 3-point perspective. If you have a really low horizon line, then just make sure that you understand where the ground is, because the ground is very, very key to making sure that your characters stay similar in that perspective. So thanks for watching my little art hack No Excuse November hybrid video. Head on over to my school for the downloadable worksheets for everything we've done in No Excuse November thus far. Thank you for the question, Sarah. I hope this helped you out and helped others who have also had the same question. And with that, get out there and go draw, everybody. Thanks.